Obviously, you hope that's the way that game goes. These games are tough. I mean, we schedule them. We have to go on the road and play two money games where we get paid pretty good money. So these games are kind of meant to balance that out. I thought Graceland did a really good job of playing hard the whole time and made us look at a couple different rotations in our zone. I think the thing I was most proud of is a lot of times in these games it can kind of seem like players are trying to get theirs, get their points, get their stats up, and I didn't see any of that. In fact, we almost overshared the ball. 33 assists on 46 field goals is tremendous. So I was really proud of them there, and really I thought they kept their intensity high, which is something we wanted to work on, not forming bad habits and just, here's the way we play. It doesn't matter who we're playing on what stage, how many fans are there. This is kind of the way we play, and I thought, except for a couple minutes there in the second quarter when I had to throw my jacket, I thought we did that.
You guys have played a lot of travel and I think 4 games in 8 days. How important was it to get that big lead, get that good start, no tired legs, get everybody at least 10 minutes so you didn't have to worry about really running anyone into the ground?
Yeah, that's what we were really hoping for. And that also allowed us to kind of, you get in that point where you play, then you have an off day, then you have one practice and you play again, and you could never really practice very hard and really get to the bottom of things in practice. So it was nice, yesterday we went pretty much a full practice, and then tomorrow we could get a lift in and practice and kind of prepare for Easter instead of having to feel like we're always scaling back for the game. So to be able to spread out our minutes like that, I thought was, again, what we want out of the game and why we're able to schedule it a little bit tighter in the week.
You mentioned you got to see a couple of things tonight. That press is something it's going to be a little bit bigger, it's going to be a little bit quicker, a little bit more physical, but that trap is something that you get into league play, you guys are going to see quite a bit. I know something similar to what IUPI does and a couple other teams.
Yeah, and I thought, I thought we had handled the press well against Mizzou and Marquette, and then tonight we attacked it pretty well. There were some times where we got a little lackadaisical. I didn't think we valued the ball a few times. We weren't communicating when we'd hit that middle person, little things. But overall, I thought we did a good job attacking, and we got a lot of good looks out of it, and that's what you want to do. I always talk to our kids about risk-reward, and I can handle a couple turnovers against the press as long as we're attacking and getting a lot of good looks at the basket, and I thought we did that.
Coach, you said about a 2 to 3 minute stretch in that second quarter, you guys became a little bit, what's what I'm looking for? Not
passive
on defense. Was that just because of the lead you guys had for that stretch that you guys turned a little bit passive?
Yeah, I think it's really hard. First of all, we got such nice kids. I think there's a little bit of a sympathy drop there in intensity. And it's just hard. Playing basketball at that level is, you got to just really be almost crazy. And so it's a little difficult to keep that when you're already up, 30 points early. But I wasn't happy with our transition defense that little run. We didn't do a good job protecting the basket, and we just looked lackadaisical. And again, maybe I got on them a little bit hard for that, but we want to form good habits. And I really want to make that point.
Was the plan to play everyone 10 or more minutes?
Yeah, we wanted to just have a good solid rotation. We didn't really have a minute number in mind, but we're kind of just who's next in, who's next out. That way everyone got a chance. We wanted to mix up a little bit too. For example, we didn't want to always have the 3 freshmen in together. Mix them in with some of our other veterans so they can kind of play in that spot. And really, I think obviously Sam Pryor and Olivia Kaufman have already shown they can help us in games, and I think Andy Pierce is really close. So it was nice to get them some minutes and let them get a little more comfortable in a game.
When you play a team like Graceland, they love to shoot the 3. How'd you feel about your perimeter defense tonight?
Yeah, we really wanted, especially in that zone and especially in the Summit League, we're going to have to take away the 3-point shot. So we're really working on flying out at shooters. I thought in the first half we struggled with that rotation of the corner person, and that's something we talked about halftime. Did a lot better in the second half. I thought they only got 1 or 2 good looks. So, and again, a game like this, the way a team stays in the game is by hitting a lot of threes. So that was one thing we wanted to make sure we were doing is running them off the line. And then when they get to the interior of our defense, you got Olivia Braun protecting the basket. You got people flying around in there. It makes it pretty tough.
Was this one of the better offensive games from beginning to end that your girls have had all season long?
Yeah, and obviously a little bit of that is the competition. But, again, I just think sharing the basketball it was and making simple plays. That's what I told them before the game. The game is about simple plays. And, we didn't do anything complicated. We just made the right play at the right time.
You mentioned sharing the basketball. I think everyone had an assist. Everyone had at least 1 board. I think almost everyone scored. Even almost everyone had a steal. Was it important just to see everyone kind of display all aspects of the game instead of just your shooters scoring, your ball handlers kind of distributing the ball, your inside players rebounding, everyone kind of showing that they can do a little bit of everything when you need it, that you really kind of stressed this year.
Yeah, I think so. I think that our big thing is that we're versatile and all our kids can do a little bit of everything. You know, we don't have that 6'5" post player, but we've got good length, and we've got guards that can get around their players and score, that can knock down the open three. We've got fours that can catch the basket. We can run the floor and score in transition. So just keeping up that versatility, I think, is important.
Coach, you said after the Bradley game, you guys want to win the in-state games. Well, now you got a chance to do that with 3 in a row, and I'm sure you girls are looking forward to taking on these in-state rivals.
Yeah, so you're right. This 3 in a row, so it'll be 4 out of 5 games against in-state rivals. So, this is a huge part of our schedule, and we're off to this really good start, and I think people are excited. Our girls are excited, but this little stretch against Illinois schools is really big for recruiting and just big for our season. You want to win these games. I would consider 50-50 games here coming up with Eastern, Illinois State. I don't know, Chicago State. I think those are games that are kind of, if you play well, you can win. If you don't play well, then you're in trouble.
We have time for one more question, Coach.
Is this just a message that you're going to tell your girls just to keep this intensity going as you get into these in-state games?
Yeah, I mean, we want to keep our intensity high. That's something we've really tried to embrace as kind of the vision for our team and what we stand for. So that's something we want to keep, regardless who we're playing, in-state, out-of-state, different levels.
Yeah, we did have a lot of road games. We knew we had to be road warriors, and it's really fun getting back home and playing in front of the home crowd. And we just wanted to jump out early, get the momentum started early, and play strong throughout the game.
Emily, how does it feel having the freshmen doing as well as they are? And for Sam, how does it feel being a freshman, having your fellow freshmen doing as well as they are?
It's huge for us. I still remember coming in as a freshman. It's a tough position to be in, and they've handled it extremely well. They've all played a decent amount of minutes, and that's huge too. That shows our team and how good we are and the depth we have. So I think it's huge that they've made their presence so quickly.
And I think it's really cool too. Like what Emily said, just shows how great of a team that this really is. And the veterans, it is difficult to come in as a freshman, but the veterans like Em are helping us out a lot and making it easy, as easy as it can be.
You guys have had 41 offensive rebounds the past 2 games, 23 against Bradley Monday night and then 18 tonight. How big of an emphasis is it in practice to get these offensive rebounds?
Yeah, Coach goes by this motto, win the trenches, winning those 50-50 balls and going up and being aggressive. And I think it's huge. We're going to be undersized in our conference as well. So I think just being the aggressor and going to get some of those long rebounds and just being aggressive on the boards for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree with them. Coach tells us to be, if we want to be, get our stats up, he's get your rebounds up because we are undersized, and that's something that we need to, emphasize on.
Everybody had a hand on the boards tonight. Everybody had a hand on sharing the basketball. Is that another thing you guys stressed was, hey, this is a night where we can get good shots, but let's get great shots tonight?
Yeah, Coach addressed that at the beginning. He said these games are tough sometimes to keep that intensity, but like Sam said, he said if you're going to pad your stats, pad the rebound category or pad the steals, the assists, and I think we did a great job of sharing the ball, and everyone got some good looks.
Emily, on defense, you are constantly having an intensity of the full court press. You're always there on the inbound for the opposition. Where does this come from? You're always very much on there on defense. You're there reaching your hand out, trying to grab those steals. Does this intensity come from you and prior experiences in basketball or from your coach?
I've always tried to play scrappy, but Coach has really emphasized, getting up there and pressuring people, and sometimes that initial pressure leads to a steal behind me. So just getting a hand on the ball, and some of those girls in the backcourt, behind me, they can get those steals and come up with those. And, as a point guard, it's frustrating when you're being pressured, so, I can kind of see the other end of that. So I know how to transition that into my defensive game.
How much does it help to see another press, because you've seen it a lot this year, you're going to see it again, but to see it and also have more success against it as well?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a bunch of different forms of presses. We go against the practice squad, and they're aggressive at us too. And like you said, we're going to see a bunch of different, formations, 1-2-2, maybe a full man-to-man press. And I think just staying aggressive and we can break that press. That doesn't scare me. Our team is fully capable of handling that.
Any more questions?
Yeah, Sam, who is your biggest mentor on the team? You seem to be a very solid 3-and-D player, hitting threes all the time. You're very consistent on defense with your rebounding. Who is your biggest mentor on the team? Who kind of helps you in those areas?
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't want to call it like an individual person because honestly, like, I can go to anyone on this team if I'm struggling, you know. And even the coaches, like Taylor Ignoto, like she's a great girl to talk to. Marissa Webb's a great girl to talk to. But then, like at the same time, like I can go to Em and like ask her like how I'm doing and like what she thinks like I could work on. And I can go to Em as easy as I can go to Gravina. You know, like everyone on the team is there for you.
Guys, real quick, this is a stretch after this where you get 3 in-state games, Eastern on Saturday, then Chicago State and Illinois State as we hit to winter break. How obviously these in-state games are important and they help in a lot of aspects outside the court, and so I'm assuming you guys are going to be all gears on go and ready to go for these next 3 in-state games.
Yeah, you know, we're playing against teams that our coaches recruit against, so I think that's huge too. And I think we just want to establish our name in the state of Illinois, and we've done that pretty well so far. And we can finish out these last 3 against Illinois teams and hopefully have good momentum going into Christmas break.
You guys have gotten off to a great start, but everyone in the Summer League has. Do you pay attention to what the league has been doing thus far? Because it seems like every night someone's beating a power conference or an upper mid-major.
Yeah, I think like we were just talking about how IUPUI did they beat Mizzou?
Mm-hmm.
IUPUI beat Mizzou and Oral Roberts beat Oklahoma. Yeah, like and South Dakota State beat Iowa. We're definitely watching them, and it just shows how great of a conference Summit League is. And I'm proud to be a part of it because it can like show the quality of the teams in this conference.
I'm assuming it makes you guys a little bit hungrier to when you guys do play those teams that have beaten the Power 5 schools. You guys want to show your dominance as well against them.
Yeah, you know, our conference is really strong up and down. I think it's definitely a testament to the Summit League. We do have some good teams and that are capable of going on runs and making postseason tournaments as well. And every night you play a conference team, it's going to be a battle, especially on the road. You can win. That's a 50-50 game every single game, and we just have to be ready for that. And I think these pre-conference games have definitely helped us with that.